Welcome to your coverage of Missoula's sports heroes. You're tuned in to the Missoula Prep Sports Network live stream of local sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen.
This presentation of Missoula Sports is proudly powered by Fuel Fitness, the only gym from Montana for Montana.
Check it out.
MPSN is your leader in Missoula's prep sports.
Woo!
We now take you to the action on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Everybody hustles out there, okay, guys? Nobody quits.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Helena, Montana. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we are set to go for a game under the lights. That's right. The boys of summer are ready to play on a Wednesday night game here at Kendrick Field in Helena, Montana. And, folks, I've got a special treat for you as I am joined by the one and only voice of the Missoula Mavericks, Paul Yarbrough. Paul, welcome in, sir.
Thank you, Chris. Great to be here. We've got a beautiful night. We were worried about the weather, looking at our apps on our phone today and the chance of rain. But right now it's looking clear. The sun's trying to peek through the clouds. The lights are on, but it's very comfortable, almost 70 degrees, very little wind blowing. Looks like we might sneak this one in.
You know, there's just something exciting about the phrase, when you come to the ballpark, the lights are on. I mean, with our day and age, we have very few games under the sun or in the open during the day, but now for Legion baseball under the lights, there's just something exciting about it. And these two teams, they seem to play against each other very well.
And they play each other a lot. I mean, this is who normal midweek games are against each other. Before school gets out, it's about a 2-hour bus ride for both teams to come over. We saw the Senators last Wednesday night at Lindbergh-Craig Field. We'll see them again next Wednesday night at Lindbergh-Craig Field. Then the Mavericks come over here for their league contest this year, and then a non-conference game at the end of the year.
Now you guys are going to get to hear Paul call the game, as he is going to be our play-by-play announcer. I'll interject my thoughts here and there as a color commentary. But tonight is all about Paul. I'm going to jump in and get us in and out of breaks and stuff like that, Paul. But very excited about having you do so. I'm going to have you go ahead and take over and get us our starting lineups.
Sounds great, Chris. First, for the visiting Mavericks, leading off and playing center field will be Bridger Johnson. Dane Frazier is at first. Trad Richardson is at third. The designated hitter is Stuart Long. At shortstop, Brendan Hill. In left field, Sam Busey. The second baseman is Thomas Martin. In right field, Caden Jordan. And the catcher, Andrew Clausen. Starting on the mound tonight for Missoula, the big right-hander, Parker Stevens. For the Senators, leading off and playing center field is Ty McGurran. At second base, it's Matt Krieger. The first baseman, Chase Nielsen. The catcher, Brady Anderson. At shortstop, it's Hunter Kirkpatrick. At third base, Hunter Lindgren. The designated hitter, Seth Barrett. In right field, it's Rudy Barkley. And in left field, Zach Spiroff. Starting on the mound, somebody the Mavericks are very familiar with this year. We've seen him every time we've seen the Senators. The left-hander, Cy Miller, starts on the mound for Helena. The umpires at home plate, it will be Chris Romero calling balls and strikes. And the base umpire is Craig Struble.
Yeah, Paul, and it's going to be a good one. These teams have seen each other 3 weeks in a row. We're non-conference, so these are not lineups that you're going to see here in a month. And so it's just a feeling out process for these pitchers, for these managers to get things squared away and get ready for that conference play.
A week ago tonight when the Mavericks got thumped pretty good by Helena 17-6 at Lindbergh-Craig Field, Coach Hathaway changed out that lineup throughout the contest. My score sheet, I know, was a mess, and I think yours was too. Tonight, it looks like it's a little more, at the beginning, it's a little more maybe what we might see in a couple weeks when conference play starts. The question is, will they do as much subbing tonight as they did last week?
Yeah, it's always a little testy and a little hard on guys like us when we do have those changes, but it's all about that feeling and getting everything changed over. We're just a few moments away from our national anthem, where we honor those that have served, those that have fallen, and those that continue to fight, so that we can come out on a Wednesday night and enjoy some Legion baseball. We'll go ahead and step aside. When we come back, we will have your first pitch right here on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
Warning.
Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash are at it again. They've taken what was already the best wash in town, the best value in town, and made it even better. Now, whenever you gas up your rig at Fast Trip Conoco, you can clean it up for half price. Yeah, you heard that right. When you fuel up your car at Fast Trip Conoco, you can get any wash at Magic Touch Car Wash for half price.
Warning. This is not a drill.
It's the Gas It Up, Clean It Up special at Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash on reserve across from Larchmont.
Half-price wash only valid when purchased at the pump or in Fast Trip Conoco.
If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by Five Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, Five Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. Five Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton joined by Paul Yarbrough at Kendrick Field in Helena, Montana, as we get set to go for a 9-inning matchup between the Missoula Mavericks and the Helena Senators. And I'm going to go ahead and toss this on over to Paul.
The left-hander, Cy Miller, on the mound, taking his warm-up tosses to catcher Brady Anderson for the Senators. Beautiful old facility here in Helena, another gorgeous location. It seems like all the Legion facilities in the state are in gorgeous spots. This is no exception. We're about 1.5 miles from the state capitol and just a few blocks away from Carroll College, if you're familiar with the Helena area at all. Give you the Senators defensively. At third base will be Hunter Lindgren. The shortstop is Hunter Kirkpatrick. At second base, Matt Krieger. At first base, Chase Nielsen. In left field, it's Zach Spiroff. In center field, Ty McGurran. And the right fielder is Rudy Barkley. Catching is Brady Anderson. And the left-hander, Cy Miller, on the mound, wearing number 13. Senators in their powder blue tops with red lettering, white pants, and the Mavericks are in their all-gray uniforms with the navy blue numbers. Looks like we're going to get started straight up 7 o'clock, 67 degrees here in the capital city. Glad you've joined us tonight on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Miller's first pitch to Bridger Johnson is taken for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. Dane Frazier on deck for the Mavericks. Miller working quickly. The 0-1 pitch is fouled off to the right and out of play. 0-2. In his 29th year, Brent Hathaway coaching at third. His longtime assistant Brian Mosier coaching at first. No balls and 2 strikes to Bridger Johnson. Miller's pitch swung on and missed, strike 3.
You know, Paul, one of the things that I love about baseball is it's one of the sports that you can really take a look at the technicalities of the game. And Cy Miller, his placement of where he's at on that pitcher's mound, where he puts his rubber, I mean, he is all the way on the left-hand side, barely a toe on there, yet he's delivering straight across the plate.
Working on the third base side of the rubber against Dane Frazier. The pitch, the outside corner for a strike. So nothing but strikes so far from Cy Miller. No balls and 1 strike. 1 out, just underway here at Kendrick Legion Field in Helena. The 0-1 pitch. That one's low. Ball 1, 1-1. Trad Richardson on deck. Working very quickly. Cy Miller comes back. The 1-1 pitch is lifted to right field and playable. Rudy Barkley slides over a couple steps to his left, makes the play. 2 down. That'll bring up Trad Richardson, playing third base tonight. He also catches for the Mavericks and has played a couple outfield spots this year, but I think he's going to hold down that third base spot most of the year. Hitting .327 as we get underway tonight. The pitch from Miller is lined down the left field line, but foul. Hit it hard, but foul. Not as much foul territory here as we have at Lindborg Craig Field. There's quite a bit between the bases and the fence, but then as it tapers down towards the bullpens, not nearly as much foul territory. No balls and 1 strike to Richardson. The pitch checks on a pitch that's low. Ball 1, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. First inning, Cy Miller's pitch is lined foul off the right side and out of play. So he's ahead of Richardson, 1-2.
You mentioned Richardson's average, but his on-base percentage is just .383 is just off the hook for somebody at this level.
The 1-2 pitch is dribbled foul past Coach Hathaway. The count remains 1-2. 335 down the left field line, 325 down the right field line, 400 straight away center field. The 1-2 pitch inside, ball 2, 2-2. Stuart Long, the designated hitter, is on deck for the Mavericks. 2 down in the first. Trad Richardson fighting Cy Miller. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Just low, ball 3, 3-2. So the count goes full. Natural grass ballpark here, built in 1932, a price of $1,500. Line drive, base hit up the middle. Trad Richardson lines the 3-2 pitch up the middle for a base hit.
Trad Richardson.
So 2-out single for the Mavericks, and that'll bring up the designated hitter Stuart Long. He's hitting .500 on the season. Has a long look down at Brent Hathaway. Can't imagine with 2 outs they would put much of a play on here. They could possibly try some hit and run, but let's see what they do. Miller asks the catcher Brady Anderson to go through the signs again. Looks at the runner, the pitch. Outside corner for a strike, 0-1.
Miller really showing some control tonight, being able to command where that pitch is placed on the plate.
He didn't miss much. Any of the pitches to Richardson didn't miss very much. Nielsen holds the runner. The pitch is lifted on the right side and playable. The first baseman and second baseman come together. Finally, the first baseman yields. Matt Krieger will make the catch, and the inning is over. So the Mavericks get a hit. They do not score. We'll go to the bottom of the first. The Mavericks 0. The Senators coming up on the Prep Sports Network.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
Stitches of Missoula is your resource for embroidery and screen printing. Give Stitches a call today at 406-529-2632 to speak with their super friendly staff and have them take care of your embroidery needs. From business logos to team jerseys, Stitches Embroidery can help you and your team look good. Check them out online at stitchesmontana.com to see their full line of silkscreen and embroidery options. Stitches is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we move to the bottom of the first inning, and Paul Yarbrough with the call.
Thank you, Chris Stratton. Defensively, behind Parker Stevens for the Mavericks, Trad Richardson's at third, Brendan Hill's the shortstop. Thomas Martin at second, Dane Frazier holding down the play at first. In left field, Sam Busey. Center field, Bridger Johnson, and around in right, it'll be Caden Jordan. Andrew Clausen behind the plate, and on the mound, the big right-hander, Parker Stevens.
And for Parker, he's pitched in 5 games, started 2, is 0-2 as a starter, has an 8.22 ERA, total of 7 2/3 innings pitched, 12 runs off of 10 hits. 7 of those runs have been earned. He's had 5 HBPs, walked 7, struck out 5, and has had 5 while pitched a 2.22 whip.
He will face Ty McGurran, followed by Matt Krieger and Chase Nielsen here in the bottom of the first inning. No score. Big right-hander Parker Stevens will pitch out of a stretch. Defense plays McGurran straight away, rather shallow in the outfield. The first pitch is low, ball 1-0.
And you know, we had a lot of good pitchers last year that gained some experience, but over the winter, talking to parents and players, everybody was saying that Parker had the hot hand in the warehouse.
The 1-0 pitch is lifted to center field, playable. Bridger Johnson goes over just a couple steps, puts it away, and a real quick out for Parker Stevens.
You know, since Hathaway has moved Hill to that shortstop position and put Johnson out there in center, he's really stepped up and had some good plays out there.
I think this is a pretty solid lineup on the field tonight for the Mavericks. This might be the one you see when they start conference play. Maybe a couple positions still up for grabs. The pitch to Krieger is hit on one hop off the glove of the shortstop Brendan Hill. That goes out into short center field, and Matt Krieger is on board. Let's see how they score that one. That'll be charged an error to Matt Krieger. So check that error to the shortstop Brendan Hill. Matt Krieger is on first. He'll be held on by Dane Frazier as the first baseman Chase Nielsen steps in. Hitting from the right side. Throw to first. Diving back is Krieger. So Krieger reaches on an error. Hard hit ball. One hopper just kind of ate up Brendan Hill. Another throw over. That one's a lot closer.
And Frazier's just been solid over there at first since he's come up and played there. This year in 11 games, he's got 7 assists and 47 putouts.
Again, Stevens throws over there. 3 throws in a row, and diving back is Krieger. Nielsen hitting .385 on the young season. These teams have been playing for just about a month now, as we said on May 15th. The pitch is outside, blocked by Clausen. 1 ball and no strikes. 1 out here, bottom of the first, no score. Ty McGurran flied out. Matt Krieger reached on the error. Now Chase Nielsen at the plate, hitting from the right side. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, way out in front of that one. Strike 1, 1-1.
And Nielsen's had some success against the Mavericks here. Last week he didn't have quite as much success.
Brady Anderson on deck. Another throw to first. Diving back is Krieger. They weren't expecting a real large crowd tonight. Abe, the weather forecast was not very good. The pitch is inside, almost hit him, ball 2, 2-1. And it's a midweek game, so I don't think a lot of Maverick fans came over, especially after that long trip to Billings over the weekend. So
there are the diehards, though.
Certainly glad that you joined us tonight. If you stayed back home, glad we can bring it to you here on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Pitches inside, ball 3, 3 balls and 1 strike to Nielsen. The pitch from Parker Stevens is a ground comebacker. He goes to second. They get 1. Back to first. A double play. 1, 4, 3. And the Mavericks get out of the first inning. An error, no one left. And after 1, no score.
You're listening to Mavericks Baseball on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Warning, warning.
Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash are at it again. They've taken what was already the best wash in town, the best value in town, and made it even better. Now, whenever you gas up your rig at Fast Trip Conoco, you can clean it up for half price. Yeah, you heard that right. When you fuel up your car at Fast Trip Conoco, you can get any wash at Magic Touch Car Wash for half price.
Warning, warning. This is not a drill.
It's the Gas It Up, Clean It Up special at Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash on reserve across from Larchmont.
Half-price wash only valid when purchased at the pump or in Fast Trip Conoco.
The Missoula Prep Sports Network is Missoula's home for high school sports, and we need your help. MPSN is looking for local businesses to help us cover our local high school athletes by advertising their business on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you know of a business that would be interested in helping the Missoula Prep Sports Network in our coverage of high school sports in the Missoula area, drop us a line by using the Contact Us link at MPSN406.com. MPSN, Missoula's home for Missoula's Prep Sports heroes.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we roll into the second inning with Paul Yarbrough giving you the call.
Thank you, Chris Stratton. Each team gets a base runner, nothing more. We go to the second inning. The left-hander, Cy Miller, wrapping up his warm-up tosses. He'll be facing Brendan Hill, Sam Busey, and Thomas Martin.
Strong group of returners for the Mavericks in that three-man lineup there with Hill, Busey, and Martin.
The top of the second is brought to you by First Interstate.
Brendan Hill plays center field. He also pitches. And I think he's now your shortstop for the Mavericks. And here he comes to bat from the right side against the left-hander Cy Miller. Miller toes that rubber on the far extreme third base side.
Number 3, Brendan Hill.
So here is Brendan Hill.
Brendan Hill steps in.
Right-handed batter.
Brent Hathaway coaching at third. Brian Mosier at first.
In the dirt next to the right-handed batter's box.
Very little breeze blowing. It's a very comfortable evening. 67 degrees at first pitch. Pitch is just inside. Ball 1, 1-0.
Inside for a ball. Ball 1.
Brendan had something to say and ask of the home plate umpire Chris Romero. Pitch. This one's lifted. The shortstop's going out. The left fielder coming in. And it's going to be Zach Spearoff to put it away. One down here in the second inning. That'll bring up Sam Busey, the left fielder. Hitting 286 on the season. Also hits from the right side.
Sam hitting 280 on base.
Had to laugh at Busey before the game. I went down to get the lineups. He was putting sunscreen on. It's overcast here. And as the pitch comes in over the plate for a strike, and Connor Daniels says, Busey, it's raining. What do you need sunscreen for? I said, well, have you seen Busey's complexion? He needs a sunscreen on a cloudy day.
The 1-0 pitch goes all the way to the backstop. Ball 1, 1-1, or 2-0.
2 balls and no strikes. Brady Anderson.
2 balls, no strikes to Sam Busey. Thomas Martin on deck for the Mavericks. The 2-0 pitch. Outside corner for a strike. Nice bit of framing there by Brady Anderson. 2 balls and a strike. Miller does not waste any time. Back up on top. The pitch is a ground ball. This will be fielded by the third baseman. The throw across is just in time to get him. Nice play by Hunter Lindgren. 2 down.
Yeah, you've got Chase Nielsen over there at first base, and he's got that long legs and a long reach. Perfect for the first base to reach out there and grab them tosses over there.
Both teams tonight feature big first basemen. Dane Frazier also on the taller side. 2 down. Pitch to Thomas Martin. It dribbled up the middle, fielded behind the bag by the shortstop. His throw across is not in time. Thomas Martin beats out the ground ball up the middle for an infield single. That'll bring up Caden Jordan. Ball bounced off the pitcher's mound. That slowed it up just a little bit. It was fielded nicely by the shortstop, Hunter Kirkpatrick. He threw from behind the bag, but Thomas Martin just beat the play. Caden Jordan steps in with 2 down, a runner at first. Nielsen will hold Martin on. The pitch to the plate is lifted foul, back behind us. And out of play. No balls and 1 strike. The press box here is located on top of the roof, kind of a crow's nest. We're looking straight down. I've got a view. If I were so inclined, I could call balls and strikes tonight, Chris.
Yes, you could. It's kind of nice when you get tucked up behind the plate and be able to see where they're coming in like that.
Pitches outside, ball 1, 1-1. Caden Jordan steps out, has a look down at the head coach, Brent Hathaway, coaching at third. Martin, his lead at first. The pitch is lifted to left field, down the left field line. The third baseman, Lindgren, goes over and has to struggle at the very end, makes the catch, loses his cap, but holds on to the baseball. And the Mavericks are retired. So an infield single, nothing more. We'll go to the bottom of the second inning. No score.
You're listening to Missoula Mavericks Baseball on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by 5 Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, 5 Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. 5 Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Mike's Print and Copy is your locally owned print shop. Whether it's custom letterhead or business cards, Mike and his friendly staff understand that your business is important to you and will make sure that your project is handled in a professional and timely manner. Drop into Mike's Print and Copy to have them take care of your printing needs. Stop by 1503 South Russell or give them a call today at 406-728-3363 to have Mike's Print and Copy take care of your printing needs. Mike's Print and Copy is a proud sponsor of high school sports in Missoula and the surrounding community.
Welcome back to MPSN as we come to the bottom of the second inning with Paul Yarbrough giving you the play.
The catcher, number 17, Brady.
The catcher, Brady Anderson, will lead off for the Senators against the right-hander Parker Stevens. He'll be followed by Hunter Lindgren and Seth Barrett. Parker comes stretch. First pitch is at the knees for a strike. On the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard, the Mavericks no runs, 2 hits and an error. The Senators no runs, no hits and an error as we play in the bottom of the second inning here from Helena. The 0-1 pitch is lifted foul back behind us. Quickly 0-2.
You know, they got a netting in front of the booth here. I have to talk to maybe Larry about putting that in front of my spot at Lindbergh Craig Field so I don't have to take those balls back into the...
You do seem to be a magnet. The 0-2 pitch is outside, ball 1-2.
Especially since he was so nice to take the fencing down from where you were sitting.
I did get a ball in there a few years ago. And kept it in front of me. I think Kyle Cunningham was a witness. The 1-2 pitch outside corner, strike 3 called.
And we get a chainsaw pull from our umpire for the strikeout call. Love the animation of the umpires.
First strikeout for Parker Stevens. That'll bring up the third baseman, Hunter Lindgren. Hitting from the right side. Right-handed dominant lineup so far for both clubs. The pitch is a high strike, 0-1. Both pitchers working very quickly. Cy Miller working from the third base side. Parker Stevens working from the first base side of the rubber. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a missed strike 2. 0-2. These teams met a week ago in Missoula, and the Senators won in 8 innings, 17-6. They'll be back there on Wednesday next week for another 9-inning non-conference game. This one's outside, ball 1-2. This weekend you have a chance to see the Mavericks. Pair of doubleheaders, Saturday, the Glacier Twins. Sunday, the Butte Miners. Pair of doubleheaders, both starting at 1 o'clock. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Reaches and pops it up on the right side. Thomas Martin still on the dirt, comes in, makes the play, and quickly 2 down. Badly fooled. Lindgren had to reach out and hit it off the end of his bat. Corralled easily by Thomas Martin. Now the designated hitter, Seth Barrett, steps in, also hitting from the right side. This was the home of the Class A Helena Brewers until this season. That franchise moved to Colorado Springs, so it's all Legion here now. They're doing some nice touches, making it their own. Beautiful facility. The lights are on, beginning to have some effect here. 1 ball and no strikes to Barrett. Pitch from Parker Stevens. Curveball for a strike.
And the
1 ball and 1 strike.
And the Senators have a multi-year lease here with this, so they're going to get a chance to make this their home. They've moved into the clubhouse and made it in kind of an indoor facility down the first base or third base line there, and it really looks nice.
1-1 pitch is at the knees for a strike, 1-2. So Parker Stevens has come out throwing strikes tonight. 2 outs quickly, and quickly a 1-2 count to the designated hitter Seth Barrett as we play here in the bottom of the second inning of a scoreless tie. The 1-2 pitch inside almost hit him. Barrett had to back out of the way of that one. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
We'll be back here tomorrow night for Butte, 7 o'clock.
Barrett gets the sign from Clausen. Or check that, Parker Stevens does. The pitch outside, ball 3, just missed with the 2-2 pitch. We've gone full. 3 balls and 2 strikes, 2 down.
Ball 3 and strike 2.
Rudy Barkley is on deck for the Senators.
And the set by the right-hander.
The 3-2 pitch from Stevens is high, ball 4. First walk of the ball game.
Lindgren draws the walk and bringing to the plate the designated hitter, number 4.
That'll bring up
Barrett.
So it looks like we got a head on our lineup here, Paul.
Oops, we sure did.
With Hunter Lindgren just making it to first and Seth Barrett at the plate now.
We sure did. I missed Brady Anderson. Brady Anderson led off this inning.
First and 2 down.
Runner at first, 2 down.
Barkley on deck.
Throw to first.
Move to first and the runner back. Stevens is not shot. How about throwing over there? He and Miller are kind of mirror images.
No score as we play here in the second. Parker Stevens looks at the runner. The pitch is lifted to right field and deep. Back goes Jordan, away back on the warning track. A step against the wall, makes the catch, and the inning is over. He gave that one a long ride, but Caden Jordan makes the play. The Senators get a base runner, nothing more after 2, no score.
We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Do you have a property you'd like to sell? Maybe you're looking for a new place to call your own. Well, you're in luck because the Kelly Touch is the local realtor for you. Whether small or large, the Kelly Touch would love to help you find your piece of Montana to call home. From Kalispell to Florence, the Kelly Touch has the experience to help you buy or sell property throughout western Montana. The Kelly Touch, your professional real estate needs met. The Kelly Touch is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is Missoula's one-stop shop for all your hockey and lacrosse needs.
Check this out.
It may be warm outside, but you can still take care of your hockey fix in their 1/3 sized indoor rink.
Really? Wow, crazy.
Stop in to 1010 North Avenue West and see what they have in store for your hockey needs. Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network. And the call of the game provided by Paul Yarbrough.
It'll be Andrew Clausen followed by Bridger Johnson and Dane Frazier here in the top of the 3rd inning. No score. On the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard, the Mavericks no runs, 2 hits, and 1 error. The Senators no runs, no hits, and no errors.
It's been a pretty tight game so far, and both Stevens and Miller have really come out and pitched well.
Clausen, the catcher tonight for the Mavericks, steps in batting .364 against the left-hander, Cy Miller. The pitch is grounded left side, dropped by the third baseman Lindgren, picks it up and has time to get him. 1 pitch, 1 away here in the 3rd.
And that's what you want to see. Keep these guys' pitch counts limited, especially this early in the season. We talked about it on the way over, is just getting these guys' arms warmed up in this first month of the season.
Got to believe this last weekend when it was 80 degrees every day sure helped these baseball players feel like it finally is baseball weather. Bridger Johnson hits a ground ball to 3rd. The throw again from Lindgren is high, and they say he does get back down on the bag just in time, 2 down. So 2 pitches, 2 outs here in the 3rd inning. That'll bring up Dane Frazier. And you can almost bet the mortgage here that Dane Frazier will take a pitch. You do not want to let a pitcher have a 3-pitch inning. But Clausen grounded out. Bridger Johnson grounded out. Both to the 3rd baseman, Hunter Lindgren. This pitch is low. Ball 1, 1-0.
Yeah, and I'm not quite sure if Hathaway really wanted those boys to swing on those pitches, knowing the way he runs his system.
1-0 pitch on the inside corner for a strike. Trad Richardson on deck. 1 ball and 1 strike to Dane Frazier. He flew out to right field his first time up. Cy Miller's 1-1 pitch. Fouled back against the screen. 1-2. 2 down here in the 3rd. Game moving along at a brisk pace. We started straight up 7 o'clock Mountain Time. We've played 25 minutes. We're in the 3rd inning.
Miller's got 29 pitches so far. 21 of them have been over the plate, Paul.
The 1-2 pitch is high and away. Ball 2, 2-2. Miller 2-0 on the season with a sterling earned run average of 1. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Frazier. The pitch, foul back again over us, and out of play. As we mentioned, this ballpark was first built and used in 1932.
It's a really great facility over here. The way it faces the south, kind of southwest.
The 2-2 pitch is low. Ball 3, 3-2.
So Frazier this year, he's walked 15 times. He's been struck out 3. His on-base percentage is 604.
The 3-2 pitch is outside and high. Ball 4. First walk of the ball game. for Cy Miller, and with 2 out, that'll bring up Trad Richardson. He singled up the middle his first time up.
And really, Frazier leads the team in walks with 15, now 16.
Richardson has a real quick look down at Brent Hathaway. 2 down here in the third, no score. Miller looks over at Frazier. The pitch to Richardson is fouled back. Frazier was going, looked like a little hit-and-run play, almost a little delayed reaction hit-and-run play. Frazier didn't go off right on the pitch, but he did get a pretty good jump. No balls and 1 strikes to Richardson. Stuart Long, the designated hitter, is on deck for the Mavericks. Again, Richardson steps out and has a long look down at the veteran coach, Brent Hathaway. Miller comes set. Looks at the runner, comes to the plate. Outside corner for a strike, 0-2.
And Richardson,
no balls and 2 strikes to Richardson.
He's had 24 reaches. 17 of those have been singles this year.
The runner goes. The pitch is swung on and blasted to center field, but the center fielder has a play. He slides over, and Ty McGurran puts it away. And Trad Richardson a long fly out to end the third. Mavericks get a walk, nothing more. We'll go to the bottom of the third inning here from Kendrick Legion Field in Helena. No score. This is the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Advertising on the web can be intimidating. Where do you start? What is the most effective way to reach the audience you are targeting? Milk Crate Media can help you reach your audience, whether it is social media marketing or creating a unique commercial for streaming or for radio advertising. Milk Crate Media can help you build a new website or rebuild your existing website that will bring users back again and again. Visit www.mcratemedia.com today. Milk Crate Media is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports in Missoula and the surrounding valley.
Welcome back to MPSN, Chris Stratt from the Missoula Prep Sports Network, as we have Paul Yarbrough bring you the call of the game.
It'll be Rudy Barkley followed by Zach Spiroff and Ty McGurran for the Senators in the bottom of the third. Against the right-hander Parker Stevens. His pitch, outside corner for a strike, 0-1. Both pitchers getting ahead tonight. Makes this game a lot simpler if you get ahead. No balls and 1 strike. The pitch, fouled away at the plate, went off the glove of Clausen. No balls and 2 strikes to Rudy Barkley, the right fielder, hitting 111 on the season as we begin play tonight.
And Clausen has really done well this year, stepping into that catcher's position.
The 0-2 pitch, strike 3 called, outside corner. Rudy Barkley goes down, second strikeout of the game for Parker Stevens. That'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Zach Spiroff, who's hitting 400. The powder blue tops that the Senators are wearing tonight, their white pants, red helmets. 1 down. The pitch from Parker Stevens, fouled back. Quickly he's ahead of the number 9 hitter, Zach Spiroff. The leadoff hitter, Ty McGurran, is on deck for the Senators. 1 down here in the bottom of the third. The 0-1 pitch. Stays a little bit high, ball 1-1.
Parker's not much far behind Miller. He's got 27 pitches. 17 of them have slid over the plate, Paul.
1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch from Stevens. That one's high, ball 2. Didn't finish that pitch. 2 balls and a strike. No activity in either bullpen, so maybe these starting pitchers will be allowed to stretch out a little bit here tonight on a beautiful evening for baseball in Helena. The 2-1 pitch is lifted down the left field line. It's deep. Busey racing over. Is it fair or foul? It's going to be a foul ball. Bounces up against the flagpole way down in left center or left field corner. Just a long strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Spiroff.
Busey showing that stride, getting on his bike and riding out there to get there. He was about a half a stride away from being able to make that play if it wouldn't have been off the fence.
The wind we do have is blowing out that way. Not a stiff breeze yet. The 2-2 pitch from Parker Stevens. Swing and a miss. Took something off. Strike 3. Third strikeout. Second out of the inning. That'll bring up the number 1 hitter in the lineup, Ty McGurran, the center fielder, hitting .400 on the season. The game started tonight. Hits from the left side against the right-hander Parker Stevens. 2 down, bottom of the third, no score.
Been a pitcher's duel so far tonight.
We have not seen that much this year yet. Here's the pitch to McGurran. Taken for a strike, inside corner.
You know, we had Dylan Chalmers pitch a great one in Billings on Saturday. Only allowed 1 hit on the day, and just the Billings fans were very impressed with him, and it's good to see Parker come out and have a good one here too.
The 0-1 pitch is fouled away off to the left side. Quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. I heard the same reports you did during the offseason in the warehouse that Parker Stevens was throwing the ball harder than anybody. That's not all there is to pitching.
No, for sure.
But this is by far, I think, his best outing of 2019. The no ball, 2 strike pitch is lifted to center field. It's playable. Bridger Johnson goes over into left center field, puts it away. Another 1-2-3 inning as we go to the 4th. No score on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by Five Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, Five Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. Five Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton joined with Paul Yarbrough. And Paul, you had mentioned that we have some games going on this weekend, but the Mavericks will host their first tournament 1 week from this Friday. That'd be the Memorial Day weekend tournament. And I would really encourage fans, if you're in the Missoula area, to get to Missoula, check out Lindbergh Craig Field, and cheer on these teams. Paul, why don't you go ahead and give us the call of the game now?
Stuart Long will lead off the top of the 4th inning for the Mavericks, followed by Brendan Hill and Sam Busey. Want to give a quick shout-out to a real good friend of mine, Joseph A. Hill, listening in Eugene, Oregon. Quick story, his favorite announcer of all time is sitting to our right, Jay Scott, and tonight he's listening to our broadcast. That's the highlight of my career.
You got top bill over Jay Scott. You know, no matter where I go, I run into people that know Jay Scott some way or another.
He calls him the GOAT. Here's the ground ball to shortstop. Kirkpatrick up with it. His throw across is in time. And Stuart Long grounds out to lead off the 4th. 1 down. The shortstop, Brendan Hill, steps in. He flew out to left his first time up. 2 hits for the Mavericks, none for the Senators. Left-hander on the Five Valley Auto pitching mound. Cy Miller gets the sign from his catcher, Brady Anderson. Pitch is a ground ball, and the hole. Shortstop goes right through his glove into left field. That should be an error on the shortstop, Hunter Kirkpatrick.
And they punch him out at second. He went for the extra base. The throw got in just in time, Paul, and we get a punch out at second base for out number 2 on Hill.
Look down to put that into my scorebook and missed the play at second. And Hill's going to have a little talk with Brian Mosier. 2 quick outs now. Sam Busey steps in. He grounded out to third. 2 down here in the 4th. A pitch from Miller. It's outside and high, ball 1, 1-0. Thomas Martin on deck. This one's low. Ball 2, 2-0. Cy Miller has a strikeout and a walk as we play here in the 4th inning. The 2-0 pitch fouled off the screen, 2-1.
Yeah, and for Busey, he's had a decent year. I mean, 35 at-bats, 10 runs, 10 hits, 6 RBIs, walked 5 times.
Hitting from the right side against the left-handed Miller. Lifts it in the infield. Miller's calling for it right on the mound, and they're going to let him catch it, I think, and he lets it drop. The ball drops to the field. I think they got to give him a base hit. He didn't touch it. I don't know how they're going to score it.
Yeah, I would definitely say that is a hit.
They're going to give him a base hit. That is why pitchers do not catch pop-ups. He called for it, and the first baseman and third baseman said, okay, we'll let you have it, and it dropped behind him. So a break for the Mavericks. The runner goes. The throw to second is on a bounce and backed up behind second base. Stolen base for Sam Busey. With 2 out, the Mavericks have a runner in scoring position. Thomas Martin at the plate. The pitch was a strike. No balls and a strike.
And that's Busey's first stolen base of the year.
Mavericks have been aggressive tonight. They had Dane Frazier going earlier. They had a runner thrown out. Brendan Hill. This pitch is low. Ball 1-1-1.
Well, you know, you get to this time of year, and it's, you know, you got to start pushing the guys a little bit, see what you can get out of them, and then take those moments and coach them.
1 ball, 1 strike to Martin. The pitch is lifted to left field. The shortstop's going out. The left fielder's coming in, and he will yield to the left fielder, Zach Spiroff, and the inning is over. So Thomas Martin flies out to end the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. No score on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Stitches of Missoula is your resource for embroidery and screen printing. Give Stitches a call today at 406-529-2632 to speak with their super friendly staff and have them take care of your embroidery needs. From business logos to team jerseys, Stitches Embroidery can help you and your team look good. Check them out online at stitchesmontana.com to see their full line of silkscreen and embroidery options. Stitches is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Do you have a property you'd like to sell? Maybe you're looking for a new place to call your own. Well, you're in luck because the Kelly Touch is the local realtor for you. Whether small or large, the Kelly Touch would love to help you find your piece of Montana to call home. From Kalispell to Florence, the Kelly Touch has the experience to help you buy or sell property throughout western Montana. The Kelly Touch, your professional real estate needs met. The Kelly Touch is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton and Paul Yarbrough as we get back into the action very quickly.
Bottom of the 4th, it'll be Matt Krieger, followed by Chase Nielsen and Brady Anderson for the Senators. No score. Krieger hitting from the right side against the tall right-hander Parker Stevens.
The umpire wants them to back up into the dugout. Some of the guys kind of leaning up out of that stairwell.
Gets the sign from Clausen. The pitch. Outside corner for a strike, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike to Kriegers. We play in the 4th, no score. The 0-1 pitch is high, ball 1-1-1. 35 pitches so far, very efficient evening. 23 of them for strikes for Parker Stevens. 1-1 count. The pitch is grounded to short. Hill drops it, picks it up, throws in a hurry, and got him.
Great job by Hill, and that's exactly why Hathaway moved him over into that. I know he's beating himself up right now for that, but the competitor that he is, that is why Hathaway moved him into that shortstop position, is his quick thinking and his reaction.
He's a great athlete, and one thing I think that gives him that leg up on that position is the strong arm.
That's right.
If he didn't have the strong arm, he could not have recovered from that bobble.
And the confidence in the strong arm.
Nielsen hits one up the middle over the head of Parker Stevens, and the first hit of the ball game for the Senators goes into left or center field. A 1-out single for Chase Nielsen. Brady Anderson will step to the plate.
Brings to the plate the catcher, number 17, Brady Anderson.
Yeah, back to Hill. I mean, he is an outstanding athlete and just works very hard. You know, I'd heard that some of the guys had asked, and Hill being one of them, if there was some extra stuff that they could do after practice with the coaches. That's what you want to see out of these competitors.
Pitch is low, ball 1-0. 1 out, bottom of the 4th, no score. First hit of the ball game for the Senators, and we now finally are going to get some action.
Jake Lintner
looks like is going to start throwing in the Maverick bullpen. The 1-0 pitch is lined down the left field line. This is a base hit. Busey over, cuts it off. It goes all the way to the wall. They're going to hold the runner at third, and a booming double off the bat of Brady Anderson. With one out, the Senators have something going here in the 4th inning.
Well, the batters have had a chance to see Parker at least once. So kind of getting into his rhythm and seeing what he has, and that kind of opens things up.
That'll bring up the shortstop, Hunter Kirkpatrick. Runners at second and third, one out. Infield comes in for the Mavericks. Thomas Martin and Brendan Hill are on the edge of the grass. Frazier and Richardson even with the bag. The pitch from Parker Stevens is low, ball 1-0. Kirkpatrick popped up to Thomas Martin, the second baseman, his first time up. 1 ball and no strikes. 2 runners in scoring position for the Senators, the first real scoring chance here of the ball game as we play in the 4th inning. Stevens gets the sign from Clausen, taking a little more time now. The 1-0 pitch is high and inside, ball 2-0. First base is open. Hunter Lindgren is on deck. 2 balls, no strikes. Parker Stevens has 3 strikeouts, 1 walk as we play here in the 4th. The 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1, 2-1.
And he almost lulled the batter to sleep on that one, just taking his time.
Thomas Martin, sorry to interrupt, Chris, but Thomas Martin just made a great play as Andrew Clausen threw the ball over Parker Stevens' head, and Thomas Martin backed it up. That could have been disastrous for the Mavericks. 2 balls and 1 strike. Kirkpatrick, the pitch, fouled back off the screen, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out as we play here in the bottom of the 4th. Chase Nielsen at third, Brady Anderson at second for the Senators. 1 out.
Bo King warming up Lentner in the bullpen down the first base line.
Stevens holds that ball behind his back, gets the sign from Clausen. 2-2 pitch instead is a throw to third, and it goes away off the tarp. A run will score, and the Senators get on the board first. That's going to be an error on Parker Stevens. So each team now with 2 errors. Anderson goes to third on the error. I believe the count is 2 balls, 2 strikes.
2-2, yep.
So the Senators score on the error. Have a runner at third. The infield still playing in. The pitch, just outside. Ball 3, 3-2. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Hunter Kirkpatrick. A run in. Here's the pitch. In the dirt, ball 4. Second walk of the ball game for Parker Stevens. Runners at first and third, and the third baseman Hunter Lindgren steps in.
Hunter Lindgren.
He walked his first time up. 3 strikeouts, 2 walks for Parker Stevens as Jake Lintner continues to throw in the bullpen here in the 4th inning. A run in, 1-0 Senators as we play in the 4th.
Senators breaking that goose egg on the scoreboard. And that's something they've been able to do is late inning runs. That's how they've beaten the Mavericks the last 2 times, last 2 Wednesdays, is mid to late inning runs.
Time called. The ball got away from the bullpen of the Mavericks, so
Connor Daniels having to chase that down.
Base umpire noticed it and called time. Now we're ready to go. Parker Stevens comes set, looks at the runners, throws to first, and the runner dives back. Brady Anderson is at third, Hunter Kirkpatrick at first. A run in, 1-0 Helena here as we play in the bottom of the 4th inning. A game scheduled for 9 here tonight. The pitch to the plate is high, ball 1, 1-0. Chris Romero calling balls and strikes. Craig Struble on the bases.
Struble, a long-time veteran here in the state of Montana for umpiring.
The 1-0 pitch is high, ball 2, 2-0. 1 run, 2 hits, 2 errors on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard for the Senators. No runs, 3 hits, 2 errors for the Mavericks. Last Wednesday night, the Mavericks committed 7 errors against the Senators. Here's the pitch. At the knees for a strike, 2-1.
And that's kind of been the battle that the Mavericks have, or the hill that the Mavericks have been trying to overcome, are the errors, and they seem to be tightening it down as the season goes.
2-1 pitch instead is a throw to first. Diving back is Kirkpatrick. Brady Anderson away from third. Hunter Kirkpatrick from first. 2 balls and a strike to Hunter Lindgren. Parker Stevens gets the sign. The pitch to the plate. Outside, ball 3, 3-1. Lintner appears to be done throwing now, so he's ready.
You'd like to see Parker finish out the inning.
3 balls and 1 strike to Lindgren. Stevens set. The pitch. Outside, ball 4. Third walk of the game for Parker Stevens. Bases loaded now. Hunter Kirkpatrick goes to second. And that'll bring up the designated hitter, Seth Barrett. Now the Mavericks will go back into double play depth. Left-handed hitter Seth Barrett, hitting .250 on the season, steps in against Hunter Kirkpatrick. And now Jake Lintner and his buddies come back to the dugout, so he's ready to go if needed here. 1 out. The pitch from Parker Stevens is low. Ball 1, 1-0.
And we haven't seen a visit from Hathaway. Usually he'll give a visit before he'll do any types of changes, but we get time called, and here he comes.
So Brent Hathaway will come out as we play in the bottom of the 4th inning. 1-0 Helena in this midweek non-conference game. As we mentioned, next week the Mavericks will host the Senators Wednesday night at Lindbergh Craig Field, and then Friday night we'll be over at Ogren Park at Allegiance Field for the first night of the Memorial Day tournament. Saturday the AA tournament is over at Lindbergh Craig, and then Sunday and Monday we're back over where the Osprey play their games. Always fun to work that press box, and Rush and Matt Ellis and all of our friends with the Osprey that make us so welcome.
You know, it's always fun to play over there, but the boys all love Lindbergh Craig Field. It's always fun to play at the Pioneer Stadium, but the home field and the love is always Lindbergh.
1 ball and no strikes to Seth Barrett. Bases loaded as we play here in the bottom of the 4th inning. A run across for the Senators on the throwing error. Stevens comes set, and before he can make a pitch, Barrett backs out. Now Barrett back in. Stevens set again. Here's his pitch to the plate. Goes to the backstop off the glove of Clausen. A run will score. 2-0 Senators.
And on the wild pitch, the second run of the inning scores.
2-0 Senators. Kirkpatrick goes to third. Lindgren to second. First base open. 2 balls and no strikes now. And just as quickly, Parker Stevens is having trouble throwing strikes. He was very efficient in the first 3+ innings. Having trouble here in the 4th. 2 balls and no strikes. The pitch to the plate. Inside, almost hit Seth Barrett. 3-0.
And he's been tight on those left-handed batters, and as his arm starts to slow down here, he's starting to get a little tight inside.
3 balls and no strikes to Seth Barrett.
54 pitches now for Parker.
Trying to get a strike here, and he does. The outside corner, 3-1. Hunter Kirkpatrick away from third. Hunter Lindgren from second. 1 run came in on the wild pickoff throw, and 1 run on the wild pitch. 2-0 Senators as we play in the 4th. 3-1 count to Seth Barrett. Parker Stevens set. The pitch to the plate is pulled foul down past Brian Mosier, the first base coach, or check that, the first base coach for Helena. Go over and get it, and he'll toss the ball back to the Maverick dugouts. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Barrett. The designated hitter hit a fly ball to the right fielder his first time up, back deep to the wall. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Parker Stevens' pitch is lifted to center. Second baseman checked that rather, and now Brendan Hill comes over in front of Thomas Martin. Our depth perception very poor here, and the ball stayed on the infield. 2 down on the pop out to the shortstop.
And Hill shrugs at Martin, and I think he had an apology there. But sometimes when you have that ball break off the bat, the shortstop, he's going to come in there and he's going to try to pick that play off.
As long as somebody takes control of the play, and that's exactly what he did. He had a good angle to come across, but the ball was hit straight at Thomas Martin, but Hill makes the catch. So that'll bring up the right fielder, Rudy Barkley, runners at second and third. 2 down now, 2 runs in. The pitch, low and outside, ball 1-0. Barkley struck out. Stevens has 3 strikeouts, 3 walks as we play here in the 4th inning.
And we've stretched just about through the lineup here for the Senators in this inning.
1 ball and no strikes. The pitch from Stevens is high, ball 2, 2-0.
And we'll be 9 innings tonight, Paul, versus the normal 7 that we've been doing for our doubleheaders.
2 balls and no strikes to Barkley. Zach Spiroff is on deck for the Senators. The pitch from Stevens is lifted foul down the right field line. This one's going to go out of play over the Maverick bullpen in the little picnic area down the right field line. 2 balls and 1 strike to Rudy Barkley. Zach Spiroff on deck. Hunter Kirkpatrick away from third. Hunter Lindgren at second. 2 runs in the inning. Stevens set. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Outside and high, ball 3, 3-1.
Well, we've already had the Hathaway visit. 2 outs on the board. I'd like to see Parker get through the inning here.
3 balls and 1 strike to Barkley. Stevens gets the sign from Clausen. Pitch to the plate is lined into right field for a base hit. 1 run will score. They're going to wave in Lindgren. Here comes the throw to the plate, and he is out at the plate. A nice throw from Jordan to Clausen. Another run does score. The Senators get 3, and after 4, it's the Senators 3, the Mavericks nothing. This is the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash are at it again. They've taken what was already the best wash in town, the best value in town, and made it even better. Now, whenever you gas up your rig at Fast Trip Conoco, you can clean it up for half price. Yeah, you heard that right. When you fuel up your car at Fast Trip Conoco, you can get any wash at Magic Touch Car Wash for half price.
Warning, this is not a drill.
It's the Gas It Up, Clean It Up special at Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash on reserve across from Larchmont.
Half-price wash only valid when purchased at the pump or in Fast Trip Conoco.
The Missoula Prep Sports Network is Missoula's home for high school sports, and we need your help. MPSN is looking for local businesses to help us cover our local high school athletes by advertising their business on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you know of a business that would be interested in helping the Missoula Prep Sports Network in our coverage of high school sports in the Missoula area, drop us a line by using the Contact Us link at mpsn406.com. MPSN, Missoula's home for Missoula's Prep Sports heroes.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network, joined by Paul Yarbrough for today's game. And we are set here in the top of the 5th inning. Paul, go ahead and give us the play.
3 runs, 2 hits, 2 errors for the Senators. The Mavericks, no runs, 3 hits, and 2 errors.
Looks like there's some moisture trying to work its way in here.
It does look worse than we were at first pitch, which was about 56 minutes ago. Caden Jordan will lead off, followed by Andrew Clausen, and back to the top of the order, Bridger Johnson. 3-0 Helena. The pitch is lifted down the left field line. The left fielder goes over, and it will fall into the bullpen of the Senators. Strike 1, 0-1. Natural grass surface here at Kendrick Legion Field. 335 down the left field line, 325 down the right field line, 400 straightaway center. Nice batter's eye, big green batter's eye in center field. The 0-1 pitch, outside and low, ball 1, 1-1.
Now we've seen Parker slow down, and in the past couple of weeks, Helena has had their pitchers stand tall.
The 1-1 pitch is low, ball 2, 2-1.
So it'll be interesting to see what Coach Burnett does with Miller here as he slows down.
Swing and a miss. Strike two. 2-2. Jordan popped out to the third baseman, his first time up. Top of the fifth inning, Helena leading 3-0. Ground ball up the middle. It'll go through into center field for a base hit. So Caden Jordan leads off the fifth with a single. He'll be followed by the catcher Andrew Clausen. Clausen grounded out his first time up. Down 3, I wouldn't think that the Mavericks will play small ball here, but Clausen's going to have a look down at head coach Brent Hathaway.
Well, Clausen's got 8 hits, 3 RBIs on the season, and 22 at-bats.
Left-handed Clausen looks over at the runner, held on by Chase Nielsen. And throw over there, and standing up is Caden Jordan.
And Miller not able to get the glove all the way on that one.
First pitch to Clausen. He is bunting. It's a good one. The catcher fields in front of the plate. Throw to first is in time. So Clausen retired 2-3. 1 down. Jordan goes to second base. And back to the top of the order now, and Bridger Johnson. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. Dane Frazier on deck. 1 out here in the top of the fifth inning. Mavericks trail the Senators 3-0. Miller looks at the runner. The pitch to the plate is high, ball 1, 1-0.
And Hathaway usually does a pretty good job of getting his boys into motion away from the plate once they do reach.
The 1-0 pitch fouled away off to the right, now to play. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And we've got Hangus down in the Mavericks bullpen with the stretching rubber, stretching that right arm out.
He has not started to throw. Lintner appeared to be ready, so we'll see if he comes out in the fifth inning. The pitch is grounded to short. The runner is going to go to third. The throw across is in the dirt and backed up, backhanded nicely by Chase Nielsen for the out. Putout goes 6-3, 2 down. Jordan goes to third. And that'll bring up Dane Frazier, a chance to get the Mavericks a run here with 2 out. Brad Richardson on deck. Dane Frazier, a fly out and a walk. 2 down here in the fifth. Miller looks at the runner, the pitch. Outside, ball 1, 1-0.
So Mavericks have their first threat at third today, Paul.
Jordan singled, sacrificed to second by Clausen, moved to third on the ground ball. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Lifted foul down the right side, now to play, 1-1. Brad Richardson is on deck. Mavs trying to cut into that 3-0 deficit here in the fifth.
Frazier with 16 hits off of 37 at-bats.
The 1-1 pitch in the dirt. Nice save by the catcher Brady Anderson. That saved a run. Miller and Parker Stevens both started the game off really strong throwing strikes, and they both have struggled a little bit here as we've gotten into the middle innings. 2 balls and 1 strike to Dane Frazier. The pitch is lifted to right field. It's over the head of the right fielder. He goes back. He finds it now, turns around and makes the play. Dane Frazier gave that one a ride, but it's a long out. The Mavericks get a hit, leave a runner as we go to the bottom of the fifth inning. On the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard, it's Helena 3, the Mavericks nothing. You're listening to the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Advertising on the web can be intimidating. Where do you start? What is the most effective way to reach the audience you are targeting? Milk Crate Media can help you reach your audience, whether it is social media marketing or creating a unique commercial for streaming or for radio advertising. Milk Crate Media can help you build a new website or rebuild your existing website that will bring users back again and again. Visit www.mcratemedia.com today. Milk Crate Media is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports in Missoula and the surrounding valley.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation situation where you need a lawyer. Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we are in Helena, Montana for the Missoula Mavericks taking on the Helena Senators in a game under the lights, 9 innings. We'll go ahead and give you Paul Yarbrough with the call of the play.
Right-hander Jake Lintner takes over on the mound for the Mavericks. Parker Stevens went 4 innings, gave up 3 runs, 3 hits, struck out 3, walked 3. Now Jake Lintner, the right-hander, steps in to the Five Valley Auto pitching mound. He will face Zach Spiroff, Ty McGurran, and Matt Krieger here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
And we do have Zach Hangus up, warming up now, throwing in the bullpen for the Mavericks.
Spiroff takes a pitch high, 1 ball and no strikes. Spiroff struck out his first time up against Parker Stevens. The pitch is high, ball 2, 2-0. Brad Richardson at third, Brendan Hill at short, Thomas Martin at second, Dane Frazier at first. The 2-0 pitch is grounded foul. Off to the left, out of play, 2-1. The outfield, Sam Busey, Bridger Johnson, and Caden Jordan. Andrew Clausen, the catcher, and Jake Lintner, the new pitcher on the mound for the Mavericks. The 2-1 pitch from Lintner is grounded foul between the third base coach and Trad Richardson. 2 balls and 2 strikes. For the Senators, 3 runs, 3 hits, and 2 errors. For the Mavericks, no runs, 4 hits, and 2 errors.
For Lintner, he's played in 3 games, total of 4 innings pitched.
2-2 pitches high, ball 3, 3-2.
9.00 ERA, 5 runs off of 3 hits.
3-2 pitch almost hits him, ball 4. First walk for Lintner. And now the leadoff hitter Ty McGurran steps in, the center fielder. He's hit 2 fly balls to Bridger Johnson. He's 0 for 2, hitting from the left side against Lintner.
And that's the 5th walk for Lintner this season. He struck out 1 and has a 1.75 whip.
Maverick pitchers have combined for 4 walks tonight, 3 strikeouts. Defense has made 2 errors behind them. 3-0 Helena here in the bottom of the 5th. Spiroff takes his lead, held on by Dane Frazier. The pitch is way outside. Ball 1, 1-0.
And Lintner had a scare in Billings on Saturday as he would jump back to first on a pickoff play and dove into the bag hard with his shoulder, and they took a few moments to take a look at him.
The runner goes, the ground ball to short, goes through into center field for a base hit. The runner will go all the way to third. The throw comes to third. That's not where that throw needs to go because now the runner goes to second. The runner was going on the play. The ball bounced past Brendan Hill into center field, and Bridger Johnson threw to third base, so a single, and goes to second on the throw.
Matt Krieger.
So a single for McGurran goes to second on the throw. Spiroff goes to third. Runners at second and third for Helena now. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th inning, and Matt Krieger steps in from the right side. Reached on an error and grounded out. The Maverick defense will play back now, trailing 3-0. The pitch outside, ball 1, 1-0. 4th hit of the ball game for the Senators. Each team has 4 hits. Each team has 2 errors, but the Senators have the runs. They have 3. The Mavericks none. 1 ball and no strikes to Matt Krieger. Lintner gets the sign from Clausen. The right-hander comes set. The runner comes as a squeeze, pops it in the air, and he drops it in foul ground. Clausen just absolutely dropped it. Let's see if they're going to rule an error. You can certainly rule an error on that.
And our plate umpire will take a few moments and kind of calm Clausen down a little bit. That was good effort by Clausen to hop out of stirrups and track that ball down, but didn't slide the mask off. Maybe he lost track of it there with the mask on still.
Helena tried the squeeze play. The bunt was in the air, foul, and Clausen just absolutely dropped it. They do not put an error on the board yet. Here's the pitch to the plate. Swing and a miss. Gets out of the glove of Clausen. 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Krieger. Chase Nielsen is on deck. Clausen taking time, gets the sign from Clausen. The pitch from Lintner is lifted down the right field line. That's a base hit. That's going to score 2. Jordan's over to get it. 1 run will score. Here comes the second. Krieger goes into second with a double. 2 more runs for Helena. They now lead 5-0.
And Hill saves a possible extra base there for Krieger as the throw was made in and it hopped past Martin. Hill there on the backup to save it.
Baseman number 12, Chase Nielsen.
So 2 RBIs for Krieger after he fails to get the sacrifice bunt down. Should have been out on the pop-up. Instead lines it into right field. It's now 5-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Pitch is grounded back to the pitcher. Hill will go to first. He looked at second, throws it away. Bounces off the fence down there. Frazier goes to get it. They're going to wave the runner now. He stops, and he will go back to third.
So Lintner knew when he released that ball, you could see the expression on his face that that ball got away from him on the throw.
The comebacker, he had a chance or thought of going to second. He decided to get the sure out at first and threw it away. So 3 errors on the board for the Mavericks. Runners at second and third. Still nobody out in the inning. 5-0 Senators. Brady Anderson steps in. He struck out looking and had a double. The pitch from Lintner. Lifted foul down the right field side and out of play. No balls and 1 strike. Hengis continues to throw in the Maverick bullpen. They trail 5-0. This one got away quickly for the Mavericks. No balls and 1 strike to Anderson. Hunter Kirkpatrick is on deck. The infield playing back. The 0-1 pitch in the dirt. Nice save by Clausen. 1 ball and 1 strike. Matt Krieger away from third. Chase Nielsen away from second. Lintner pitching from the stretch to Brady Anderson. Gets the sign he wants from Clausen. Comes set. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Outside, backhanded by Clausen, 2-1.
And this is where you want to see Lintner come over adversity. He had a play at first on the throw, got away from him, and you could see it got into his head. Now you want to see him overcome that adversity, Paul.
2 balls and 1 strike to Brady Anderson. The pitch is fisted foul to the right side. We talked about it on the drive over. I think we were on Highway 12, and we said the Mavs can't give up 5 outs in an inning, and that's what they've done in this inning. They drop the pop-up at the catcher spot. They throw a ground ball away at first. Only one of them officially given an error, but the Senators took advantage. They lead 5-0. 2 runners in scoring position. The 2-2 pitch is outside. Ball 3, 3-2. First base is open. Hunter Kirkpatrick is on deck.
Well, and Coach Brabrand of Miles Community College told me, sometimes that ball just has eyes of its own, and it just does what it wants.
3 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch, lifted foul. Frazier going to have a chase after it, but I think this one's going to fall into the Maverick bullpen, and it does. I think it was Bo King down there trying to corral it.
Bo trying to corral that in with his catcher's glove.
So we'll try it again.
As Hengis continues to warm up on that bullpen mound.
Anderson back in the batter's box. Matt Krieger away from third. Chase Nielsen away from second. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Anderson. 2 runs across here in the 5th. 5-0 Senators. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Fouled off at the plate. The count remains 3-2. We were scoreless through 3. And then the Senators got 3 in the 4th, 2 so far here in the 5th. They lead 5-0. 5 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors. The Mavericks, no runs, 4 hits, and 3 errors. Anderson back in. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Lintner gets the sign from Clausen.
You know, the hits are going to come, Paul. The runs are going to come as Lettner has the pitch.
Ground ball past Frazier into right field. That will score 1. They will hold the runner at third. So an RBI for Anderson makes it 6-0. As Krieger scores, but Nielsen stops at third.
But what the Mavericks need to do is they need to tighten the screws down on the defensive side. And as you said, you know, hold things off where we're not giving up 5 outs in an inning. And it'll come. It will come.
3 hits and a walk here in the 5th inning. 3 runs across. 6-0 Senators. Hunter Kirkpatrick steps in. Pitch on the inside corner for a strike, 0-1. Kirkpatrick popped out and walked, scored back in the 4th inning. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one cued foul down the right field line. Frazier will pick it up and toss it back to Lintner. No balls and 2 strikes to Hunter Kirkpatrick, the shortstop, hitting .313 as we began play here tonight.
Lintner's going to want a new ball.
No balls, 2 strikes to Hunter Kirkpatrick.
You can smell the rain in the air. It's cooling off. You can smell the moisture starting to come on.
Pitch is lifted to center. That should be deep enough. Johnson will catch it. The runner will tag. He will score. Sacrifice fly for Kirkpatrick. He gets the RBI. Nielsen scores. It's 7-0 Senators. Anderson stays at first. First out of the inning. Hunter Lindgren steps in. He walked twice. Both those appearances against Parker Stevens. 7-0 Senators as we play here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The pitch is a strike, 0-1.
Lintner coming up from the A squad last year. Really had a successful season last year on the A squad, pitching.
Looks at the runner, the 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2, 0-2. 1 out here in the 5th inning. 7-0 Helena. But a pitcher's duel through 3, and the Senators have scored 7 in the last 2 at-bats here. This one's fouled back into the screen.
And
count remains 0-2.
Action in the bullpen for the Senators now as Chase Nielsen is heading down there to toss.
The board says 0-2, so we'll stay with that. Here's
The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. First strikeout for Lintner.
So the strikeout, 2 down. And here is
Second out of the inning, and the designated hitter Seth Barrett steps in. 0 for 2, a fly out and a pop out. Brady Jordan at first, held on by Dane Frazier. Barrett, the 8th batter to hit in the inning. 4 have scored. This one's lifted to center. Johnson goes back. It's hit pretty good. It's over his head. Goes off the wall. They're going to stop the runner at third. That one went a long way on this damp evening here in Helena.
We do have a little bit of breeze that's coming. Well, actually, the flags have died out now, but there's a little bit of breeze that is behind the ball when it comes out from behind the plate.
Bit surprising that Anderson couldn't score with 2 outs on a fly ball over the center fielder's head, but Senators have now runners at second and third. Rudy Barkley, the 9th man to hit in the inning, steps in. 2 more runners in scoring position for Helena. 4 runs across in the inning.
And Hangus is done in the bullpen for the Mavericks.
Pitch is high, ball 1-0.
But we haven't had the Hathaway saunter out to the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound yet, so they might, with 2 outs, let Lintner go through this inning.
Barkley 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a single. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Half swing's going to cost him 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Rudy Barkley, 9th man to hit in the inning here in the 5th. 4 runs across for Helena. They lead the Mavericks 7-0. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Lintner. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 1-2.
Ball 1 and strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 4 runs across, 7-0 Senators here in the 5th.
We'll get to that.
Littner gets the sign from Clausen, who gets it from the dugout.
1 and strike 2. The streak beginning on this date, 1941.
Clausen's 1-2 pitch, or check that, Littner's 1-2 pitch is lifted to right field. This one appears to be playable. Jordan comes over near the line, puts it away, and the inning is over. But the Senators get 4 more runs, and after 5, it's the Senators 7, the Mavericks nothing. This is the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN. Do you have a property you'd like to sell? Maybe you're looking for a new place to call your own. Well, you're in luck because the Kelly Touch is the local realtor for you. Whether small or large, the Kelly Touch would love to help you find your piece of Montana to call home. From Kalispell to Florence, the Kelly Touch has the experience to help you buy or sell property throughout western Montana. The Kelly Touch, your professional real estate needs met. The Kelly Touch is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network at Kendrick Field in a cloudy Helena, Montana. We'll get you to Paul Yarbrough for the call of the game.
Defensive change for Helena.
The third baseman.
As Tyler Tinney comes in, he'll play second base.
Hunter Kirkpatrick moves behind the plate.
Did Matt Krieger go to...
Nope, Hunter Kirkpatrick is behind the plate.
Kirkpatrick goes from short to catcher. Tinney comes in at second, and Krieger goes from second to short.
And Richardson's going to have this one into center field, and it's in the glove, and that will be out number 1 for the Mavericks.
So defensively for the Senators, Hunter Kirkpatrick now catching, Tyler Tinney playing second, and Matt Krieger is the shortstop. 1 pitch, 1 away for the Mavericks as Trad Richardson flies out to center, 1 down. Stuart Long, the designated hitter, steps in. Ball's in the dirt. Ball 1, 1-0. 7-0 Senators as we play here on the top of the 6th inning. Game scheduled for 9. 1 ball and no strikes. The pitch in the dirt again. Ball 2, 2-0.
And they did have Nielsen pitching or in the bullpen in that last inning. But is done now as he is the first baseman, so we'll see if they slide him over at some point.
3 balls, no strikes. The pitch to Long. Outside and ball 4. Second walk of the game for Cy Miller.
The second walk, as I have it, off of Miller.
Stuart Long, the designated hitter, leads off with a walk. That'll bring up Brendan Hill. 0 for 2, reached on an error and flew out to left. 7-0 Helena leading the Missoula Mavericks here in the 6th. The pitch from Cy Miller is lifted foul and out of play over behind us.
And they had Stensrud and Hangus playing catch. Hangus wasn't really throwing with any effort. They were just kind of playing catch over there in the bullpen.
I think he was ready after that last trip down there, and we may see him in the bottom of the inning. Little ground ball up the middle, past the mound. The second baseman fields it, tags the runner for the out at second. Nice play by Tyler Tinney, who comes into the ball game. Fielder's choice.
And Caden Heydrich has made an appearance into the game now.
Third quarter, Toronto 76 to 67.
Now entering the game, number 11, Caden Heydrich.
So Caden Heydrich will bat here in the 6th inning.
In the place for Sam Busey. Now, I'm not quite sure if he's going to play left.
We'll see what they do defensively. He
might go to third, and Richardson will go out there.
That's my best guess.
As we get a foul ball for strike 1.
2 down here in the top of the 6th inning. Runner at first. Brendan Hill.
The pinch hitter, Busey, had been 0 for 2.
Here's the pitch. Ground ball hits the pitcher's mound, goes up the middle. Second baseman fields it, steps on the bag, and the inning is over. Nice play by Tyler Tinney just into the ball game. Makes 2 nice plays up the middle. Mavericks leave a runner. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's the Senators 7, the Mavericks nothing. This is the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by Five Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, Five Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. Five Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Warning!
Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash are at it again. They've taken what was already the best wash in town, the best value in town, and made it even better. Now, whenever you gas up your rig at Fast Trip Conoco, you can clean it up for half price. Yeah, you heard that right. When you fuel up your car at Fast Trip Conoco, you can get any wash at Magic Touch Car Wash for half price.
Warning! This is not a drill.
It's the Gas It Up, Clean It Up special at Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash on reserve across from Larchmont.
Half-price wash only valid when purchased at the pump or in Fast Trip Conoco.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network, as we've got defensive changes on the field, so I apologize for the delay in coming back from break. Paul, are you ready to break down our changes on the field?
New pitcher for the Mavericks is Zach Hangus. The catcher is Bo King. At first base is Drew Stendrud. At third base, Caden Heydrich. Brad Richardson moves to left field, and Dane Frazier moves to right field.
So a healthy rotation of players defensively as our leadoff batter comes to the plate, and I believe that is
number 6,
Zach Spiroff. Second inning in a row, he will lead off. The Senators batted around in the 5th inning. Spiroff leads off the 6th. He walked last inning and scored. Pitch from Zach Hangus, fouled back, 0-1. So that defense behind him, Caden Heydrich at third, Brendan Hill is at short, Thomas Martin at second, Drew Stensrud at first. No balls and 1 strike. The pitch from Hangus. Inside, ball 1-1. The outfield now, Trad Richardson is in left, Bridger Johnson in center, and Dane Frazier is in right. Bo King is the new catcher. Zach Hangus, the big right-hander. 1-1 pitch is high, ball 2-1.
And Connor Daniels is in the pen warming up.
So the second Wednesday in a row, the Mavs using just about their entire, I believe we had Dayton Bay at second, right? I didn't get that one written down.
Yes, Dayton Bay at second. I apologize if I didn't get that to you.
You did? I just didn't write it down.
For Zach Hangus on the Five Valley Auto pitcher's mound, as this one's going to be a roller to Hill at shortstop. The throw is rocketed over. Stanford cannot hold on to it, and the runner will reach. They're going to score that as an error for the Mavericks. But looking at Zach Hangus, he is one of the more impressive young men that have come up from the A squad this year. 1-2 as a starter, 2.75 ERA, 6 games total, 3 starts, 19 2/3 innings, 13 runs off of 25 hits, 6 of those earned. I'll get you more stats here as Paul gets ready to give you the call.
Tyler McGurran steps in from the left side against Hangus. 4th error for the Mavericks now, trailing 7-0 here in the 6th. Pitch from Hangus is lined into center field, right at Johnson. The throw back to first is not in time, gets away from the first baseman, backed up there by Bo King, and the runner cannot advance.
They're going to give him the base.
It went out of play.
So they're going to go ahead and let him go to the base.
Did it go out of play?
And they're sending him all the way to third.
2 bases on the throw? No, they're going to give him.
They're going to send him all the way to third. Our field umpire,
The ball was ruled out of play.
Romero, or no, Struble is putting him all the way over at third, and Hangus and Struble have a conversation here before he gets up on the mound.
So another error on the Mavericks. That's 5 should be on the scoreboard as the throw goes past the first baseman. Bo King was over there to back up, but they said it apparently went into the well there, into the dugout. 5 errors. Runner goes to third, 1 out.
Mavericks did real well over the weekend in Billings as far as errors go, as this one's going to take a ride into left field. Richardson's back there. He's got it in the glove. The runner tags at third and then will come back to third as Richardson has a throw to the plate. That would have been out, Paul. Had he come home.
That was some kind of throw.
Runner at third. 2 down now.
So 2 out.
Number 12, Chase Nielsen.
And here is Nielsen.
Chase Nielsen, the first baseman, steps in.
Haggis has walked 7, struck out 5. His whip so far is 2.22.
Pitch from Haggis, swing and a miss, strike 1. Nielsen grounded into a 1-4-3 double play, singled and reached on an error by the pitcher. 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 7-0 Senators. Pitch from Haggis is lifted into left center field. This is going to drop and score a run. Base hit for Nielsen, an RBI. 8-0 Senators.
The single to center. And the run batted in. Wind is starting to pick up now.
Base hit.
So a run in.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 7, Tyler Tenney.
Tyler Tenney, who came in defensively to play second base last inning, gets his first at-bat. Runner at first. 8-0 Senators. The pitch. Outside corner for a strike, 0-1. 8 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors for Helena. No runs, 4 hits, 5 errors for the Mavericks. Haggis gets the sign from Bo King. Looks at the runner. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Little ground ball to short. Hill comes up, fields from the grass, throws, and gets him. Nice play by Brendan Hill. 6-3 grounder to end the inning. But the Senators add another run. We go to the top of the 7th inning now here in Helena. It's the Senators 8, the Mavericks nothing. You're listening to the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
Mike's Print and Copy is your locally owned print shop. Whether it's custom letterhead or business cards, Mike and his friendly staff understand that your business is important to you and will make sure that your project is handled in a professional and timely manner. Drop into Mike's Print and Copy to have them take care of your printing needs. Stop by 1503 South Russell or give them a call today at 406-728-3363 to have Mike's Print and Copy take care of your printing needs. Mike's Print and Copy is a proud sponsor of high school sports in Missoula and the surrounding community.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton joined with Paul Yarbrough on the call here at Kendrick Field. As we've got a game here between the Helena Senators and the Missoula Mavericks. Paul will go ahead and take over our call of the game.
Go to the 7th inning here in Helena. 8-0 Senators over the Mavericks. Should be Dayton Bay. Making sure everyone's hitting in the spot they went in defensively before we write anything into our lineup card. But Dayton Bay now will bat for the first time.
He will bat in Thomas Martin's spot.
So it'll be Bay, Jordan, and Bo King, I assume.
This one's going to be foul tip back into the backstop for strike 1.
No balls and 1 strike to Bay. Bottom 3 hitters in the Maverick batting order here on the 7th. The 0-1 pitch. Outside, ball 1, 1-1. Second week in a row, the Mavs have used just about everybody. The only people who have not gotten in yet are Connor Daniels and Dylan Chalmers, and we might see Connor Daniels on the pitcher's mound later. Chalmers had that 1-hitter Saturday in Billings. I imagine we'll probably see him Saturday back at Lindborg Craig Field against the Glacier Twins. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
I'm excited for that matchup with the Glacier Twins.
They beat the Senators team twice last weekend. They're a good little ball club, Class 8 team, but
very
a lot of people back.
It was them and the Red Sox playing for the state title last year in the A level.
2-2 pitch, strike 3 called, inside corner.
That brings us Drew Stensrud.
Thomas Martin had been 1 for 2.
At the plate, number 5, Drew Stensrud.
So Drew Stensrud will hit in the spot occupied by Jordan.
First man in the game.
And Bo King is indeed on deck.
And low for a ball.
1 out here in the 7th. 8-0 Helena.
For the Mavericks.
Miller has gone all the way. The pitch
has come on.
just outside, ball 2, 2-0.
Yeah, you can hear that breeze now.
The wind has shifted. It was blowing out of the west. It's now blowing out of the east. And I think that might stop any clouds that are coming and right on top of us here, and we might get some rain here pretty soon. The clouds are getting lower in the hills surrounding the ballpark.
They are the hills to the south of us here, starting to show some moisture. Looking at the radar, Paul, it looks like there is some moisture coming in from the southwest.
See some rain on the windows of the press box here. This pitch is outside. So Drew Stensrud gets a 1-out walk. Third walk of the game for Cy Miller.
Number 6, Bo King.
Bo King steps in, his first at-bat. 1 out, 1 on, top of the 7th inning. Game scheduled for 9. Here's the pitch. And rain is now coming into the press box. So we're closing the windows a little bit.
Well, it's not as bad as it was last year, Paul, as we had a downpour inside the press box here, where it flooded inside here last year. But that one was one of your old-fashioned Montana gully washers.
Pitches inside to Bo King, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes to Bo King, his first at-bat of the night.
Now, we've seen both Chase Nielsen and Hunter Lindgren in the bullpen for the Senators warming up while they're at bat.
Pitches outside, 3-0. With an 8-0 lead, the last thing in the world that Cy Miller wants to do is walk people here. But he walked Stensrud. He's behind Bo King, 3-0.
Here's the 3-0.
Pitches a strike, 3-1.
Ball 3 and strike 1.
Bridger Johnson, the center fielder, on deck. 1 out here in the 7th. 8-0 Helena. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Check swing. I'm going to call it a strike, I think, on the merits of the pitch. 3-2 to Bo King.
Yeah, he did not break his wrists on the commitment, so.
3 balls and 2 strikes to King. Stensrud away from first. Held on by Nielsen. Pitch a strike, 3 called. So Bo King thought he had walked. Instead, it's a strikeout. Second of the inning, third of the game.
Here is Bridger Johnson.
And now back to the top of the order, the center fielder, Bridger Johnson.
That'll be number 6 on the season for Bo.
2 ground outs and a strikeout for Johnson, 0 for 3. Pitch is fouled into the screen. Strike 1, 0-1. 2 out here in the 7th. 8-0 Senators.
As we get more moisture on the window here.
The Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard, 8 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors. The pitch, swing, and a missed, strike 2, 0-2. Throw down to first, gets away from the first base, but not far enough for Stensrud. The Mavericks, no runs, 4 hits, and 5 errors. They had 7 last Wednesday night when these two teams met in Missoula. They will meet again next Wednesday night at Lindborg Craig Field. Mavericks home this weekend for a pair of doubleheaders Saturday and Sunday, both starting at 1 o'clock. The 0-2 pitch. Inside, ball 1, 1-2. Butte Miners coming in on Sunday, Chris, and this year they're playing a Class A schedule also. They just didn't have the numbers this year they thought to compete at the AA level. So Butte will play at the single A level this summer and perhaps for several more years to come.
Some of our Legion teams kind of facing the same thing that our high schools are facing here in the state, and that's just low numbers and having to make the shift.
The 1-2 pitch. Outside, ball 2, 2-2. The Great Falls Chargers had number issues, but but they didn't field an A team. They're still going to play double A.
Yeah.
But Butte decided to go the other way, and maybe that's the best way they think they can build their program back up. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch to Johnson. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got a piece of it. Held on by the catcher, Hunter Kirkpatrick.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time.
The inning is over. The Mavericks leave a runner, 4 strikeouts for Miller. Stretch time here at Kendrick Legion Field as the Mavericks trail the Senators 8-0. This is the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Advertising on the web can be intimidating. Where do you start? What is the most effective way to reach the audience you are targeting? Milk Crate Media can help you reach your audience, whether it is social media marketing or creating a unique commercial for streaming or for radio advertising. Milk Crate Media can help you build a new website or rebuild your existing website that will bring users back again and again. Visit www.mcratemedia.com today. Milk Crate Media is a proud sponsor of prep sports in Missoula and the surrounding valley.
Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is Missoula's one-stop shop for all your hockey and lacrosse needs.
Check this out.
It may be warm outside, but you can still take care of your hockey fix in their 1/3 sized indoor rink.
Really? Wow, crazy.
Stop into 1010 North Avenue West and see what they have in store for your hockey needs. Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we get a little more moisture and wind on the window here at Kendrick Field. Here's Paul Yarbrough with the call of the game.
Thank you, Chris. The field's still in very good shape. We can take a lot more water here as we play in the bottom of the 7th inning. 8-0 Helena. It'll be Hunter Kirkpatrick, Hunter Lindgren, and Seth Barrett.
You know, and the Senators taken over this field as their own since the Pioneer League team isn't here, and they've taken quite a bit of pride into this and really whipped it into shape here.
I think we're going to see changes every year we come over, Chris. This is going to be a nice Legion facility.
Connor Daniels on the mound.
The left-hander gets a strike. No balls and a strike. Kirkpatrick. Here's the 0-1 pitch from the left-hander outside. Ball 1-1. Bo King, the catcher. Caden Heydrich at third. Brendan Hill is at short. Dayton Bay at second. Drew Stinsrud at first. The 1-1 pitch.
Dylan Chalmers in the bullpen.
Chalmers getting some work in between starts, perhaps given an inning here. Trad Richardson in left. Bridger Johnson in center, and Dane Frazier around and right. The pitch outside. Ball 3-1. Give you the pitching totals. Parker Stevens went 4. Jake Lintner went 2. Pitches a strike, 3-2. Lintner 2 innings, gave up 5 runs, 5 hits, struck out 1 and walked 1. Pitch, he reaches it for it, punches it down the right field line, and it is fair. Frazier goes over and gets it off of the fence, but into second base with a leadoff double is Hunter Kirkpatrick.
Both the veterans for the Mavericks in the outfield right now, Richardson and Frazier, have had some really great throws from deep within to make some plays.
Kirkpatrick just kind of reached out, and I think that might have been ball 4, reached out and punched it down the right field line. Frazier had a long way to go. It bounced off the fence that separates the field from the bullpen. Kirkpatrick a leadoff double. Hunter Lindgren steps in, followed by Seth Barrett. Runner at second. 8-0. Favor of the Senators here in the 7th inning.
And Connor Daniels on the season, he's one of the ones that's been limited. 0 for 1 in 3 games. Hasn't started a game. As this one's fouled over the bullpen for strike 1.
0-1 to Hunter Lindgren.
But he's pitched 3 total innings, 8 runs off of 3 hits, 4 of those earned, 5 walks and 3 strikeouts. Has a whip of 2.67.
Lindgren 2 walks and a strikeout on the night. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one's high, ball 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Lindgren. Kirkpatrick away from second. Bay bird dogging him there. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Low, ball 2-1. 8 runs, 9 hits now, 2 errors for the Senators. No runs, 4 hits, 5 errors for the Mavericks. Daniels gets the sign from Bo King. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Inside, ball 3, 3-1.
They're getting a little bit of moisture here. The field can take some, but kind of makes you wonder when you're out there throwing the ball what kind of grip you're getting there.
3-1 pitches inside, ball 4. So a walk to Lindgren. Runners at first and second. Seth Barrett, the designated hitter, steps in.
Number 4, Seth.
He flew out to right, popped out to short, and doubled. Raining a lot harder now. Field still in real good shape, the mound in good shape. 2 on, nobody out here in the 7th. 8-0 Senators. Pitch from Daniels is outside, ball 1, 1-0. There's activity again. I think it's still Chalmers throwing down in the Maverick bullpen. Here's the 1-0 pitch, fouled away, 1-1.
Clausen's down there warming him up.
With Chalmers warming up, everybody has seen action now except for Chalmers for the Mavericks.
Well, you know, sometimes the nice thing about these 9-inning games is you can kind of stretch out and let guys get a look at them a little bit.
Pitches outside, ball 2, 2-1. Kirkpatrick away from second, Hunter Lindgren away from first, Seth Barrett, the designated hitter, 2 ball and 1 strike count. Daniels looks at the runners. The pitch fouled away. Ball strike 2, 2-2. After a string of 80-degree days in our area, we're going to get back down into the 50s, which will be below normal. I don't know if I know what normal is anymore, Chris.
Well, you know, in Montana, there is no normal. You just got to prepare for all 4 seasons when you leave the house.
2-2 pitch goes off the glove of Bo King. That'll be a pass ball as the runner goes to third. Just popped out of Bo King's glove. Didn't squeeze it. The runner stays at first. The runner's at first and third now.
King's going to signal the field with runners on the corners now.
3 balls and 2 strikes to Barrett. Rudy Barkley on deck. Daniels looks at the runner. The 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. First strikeout for Daniels. 1 down in the inning.
Now batting. The right fielder, number 8, Rudy.
Rudy Barkley, the right fielder, steps in. He's struck out, single, and a fly out. Pitch is way outside. Ball 1, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. Runners at the corners for Helena here as we play in the bottom of the 7th inning. They lead 8-0. The 1-0 pitch is fouled away. Up over our heads. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Mavericks will have their first tournament Memorial Day weekend, Paul, and then we'll have a break, and then the Mavericks will head to Lewiston for their first traveling tournament this year.
Here's the 1-1 pitch.
Well, I shouldn't say a break. They'll have some games, but there'll be a little bit of a time between tournaments. We were talking on the way up here. Just can't believe that it's already tournament season for these young men.
Swing and a miss on a pitch way outside. He goes fishing and strikes out. 2 down in the inning. And now the left fielder, Zach Spiroff, steps in. Runners at first and third, 2 down. 8-0 Helena as we play here in the bottom of the 7th inning.
The cool thing about the about the tournament coming up Memorial Day weekend, though, is it will be, as the runner's going to go, and Connor Daniels.
Not sure what the Mavs were doing there, if they had a play on, but they threw through. Daniels tipped the ball off the top of his glove. I don't know if he was supposed to catch it and try to look and get the runner at third, but it dribbled towards second. No damage. Runners at second and third now.
But we'll have AA and A teams playing against each other, AA tournament and A tournament for that Memorial Day weekend tournament as we go 2-0 on the count.
While we're at Ogren Park at Allegiance Field, the A team will be at Lindborg Craig and vice versa. Here's the 2-0 pitch inside, ball 3, 3-0. First base open. Ty McGurran is on deck. 8-0 Senators here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Daniels gets the sign from Bo King. The 3-0 pitch bounces in front of the plate.
Yeah, I thought we had ball 4
I thought
there.
it was ball 4 too, but apparently they're saying 3-1. So I missed a pitch. I think Jay Scott missed a pitch. We all missed a pitch. So 3 balls and 1 strike. The pitch is a little bounder, foul.
That gets us the full count.
Kirkpatrick is at third, Lindgren at second. Back-to-back strikeouts.
And Chalmers and Clausen will make their way back to the dugout out of the bullpen.
8-0. Runners in scoring position for Helena here. Umpire can't use his brush anymore to clean off the plate. Getting a little muddy, so he's using his foot.
Still just little sprinkles, though. It hasn't really picked up and been anything heavy.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Daniels set. Gets the sign from Bo King. The pitch is a little lifter to third, and the inning is over. So a line drive by Spearoff is caught by Caden Heydrich. The inning is over. The Senators leave 2, and after 7, it's Helena 8, the Mavericks nothing. You're listening to the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash are at it again. They've taken what was already the best wash in town, the best value in town, and made it even better. Now, whenever you gas up your rig at Fast Trip Conoco, you can clean it up for half price. Yeah, you heard that right. When you fuel up your car at Fast Trip Conoco, you can get any wash at Magic Touch Car Wash for half price.
Warning, this is not a drill.
It's the Gas It Up, Clean It Up special at Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash on reserve across from Larchmont.
Half-price wash only valid when purchased at the pump or in Fast Trip Conoco.
The Missoula Prep Sports Network is Missoula's home for high school sports, and we need your help. MPSN is looking for local businesses to help us cover our local high school athletes by advertising their business on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you know of a business that would be interested in helping the Missoula Prep Sports Network in our coverage of high school sports in the Missoula area, drop us a line by using the Contact Us link at MPSN406.com. MPSN, Missoula's home for Missoula's Prep Sports heroes.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we move to the top of the 8th inning here at Kendrick Field. Missoula Mavericks down to the Helena Senators 8-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. New pitcher on the mound is Hunter Lindgren has come in to toss from the Five Valley Auto pitcher's mound, and that will bring in Caden Sell, who is standing at first, and the DH is now gone for the Senators.
Cy Miller's line, Chris, 7 innings, no runs, 4 hits, 4 strikeouts, 3 walks.
Paul Yarbrough with the call of the game.
Right-hander Hunter Lindgren on the Five Valley Auto pitcher's mound.
For Cy Miller on the mound. 7 innings.
Mavericks will send up Dane Frazier, Trad Richardson, and Stuart Long.
You got to really eyeball that order now as Hathaway kind of shuffled the deck there for the defensive lineup.
That's why I'm kind of being careful as I watch them come out of it.
Good thing we've got a good perch up here.
And great help, too. Want to thank the Senators for their hospitality tonight. Always fun to come to Helena. That's why they play so many games against each other. There's great respect, Chris, between the two programs.
There is. And, you know, watching Hathaway and Burnett before the game converse with each other and the smiles, it's almost like Coach Osaka from, or no, I said his name incorrectly, from the Elks, from Lethbridge. Those two, Hathaway and that coach, they are Okawa from Lethbridge.
Leading off.
And Dane Frazier makes his way to the plate.
Dane Frazier steps in. He flew out to right field, walked, and flew out to right field. 0 for 2. Steps in as the Mavericks try to get something going here in the 8th inning, trailing 8-0. Right-hander takes over on the mound for the Senators. Lindgren, his pitch outside corner for a strike, 0-1.
And Frazier's been a lot of fun to really watch mature over the last 3 years since he's been up with the AA squad.
0-1 pitch is fouled away down the right field line. Comes from a very athletic family. His sister, of course, Cody, great softball player at Sentinel. They're getting ready for...
And basketball. I mean,
basketball
she came out as a freshman and really There's just something about what Coach
I saw her start at Hillgate, and this one's hit deep to right field. The right fielder goes back, making a circuitous route.
He caught it. He's got the catch for the first out. What a play.
Not exactly the route you would want to take on the ball, but he came up with it as Dane Frazier robbed of a base hit on another fly ball out to right field, one down, and Trad Richardson steps in.
Now, the wind has shifted since the beginning of the game. It was to the back of the ball, and had it continued, it would have been over the wall, but now it is facing the ball.
Here's the pitch to Trad Richardson. Outside, ball 1-0. Richardson singled in the first, hit a fly ball to center in the third, and another fly ball to center in the sixth. The 1-0 pitch from Lindgren. Swing and a miss. One hand came off the bat there. 1 ball and 1 strike to Trad Richardson. Started the game at third base and is still there. Or check that, he went to left field.
And
pitch is high, ball 2-1. Stuart Long, the designated hitter, is on deck. 2 balls and a strike to Trad Richardson. The pitch from Lindgren fouled away off to the right and out of play. Mavericks had a couple chances early in this game, and that was it. And then
we talked about the pitching, but the infield play by the Senators has been really tight as well. I mean, there are 2 errors on the board for them, but they're still playing very well inside as we got a full count.
3 balls and 2 strikes to Richardson. Lindgren gets the sign from the catcher. The pitch is lifted down the left field line. Third baseman coming over, and he will run out of room as Nielsen
is at third. Made the switch when the new pitcher came in, and Miller went.
Nielsen at third, Krieger at short. I can't see who's at second anymore. Tenney came out of the game, didn't he? No, Tenney's at second still.
Tenney's at second, and it's Sell at first.
The pitch is a ground ball to short. 2 hops and it's booted. So an error on the Senators puts Trad Richardson at first. Hit the ball hard. 1 out. Runner at first, and the designated hitter Stuart Long steps in. Got a walk. Steps in from the right side against Lindgren. Lindgren looks over, held on by Sell. Richardson away. The pitch. Outside corner for a strike, 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. 1 out here in the 8th. 8-0. Senators. Here's the 0-1 pitch in the dirt. Bounces away, and Richardson's going to go to second base. The catcher slips and falls. Grass is getting a little slippery with the rain. So a wild pitch will send Richardson to second into scoring position. 1 ball, 1 strike to Long. Brendan Hill is on deck. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Is lined into right field for a base hit. Past the first baseman Sell. Richardson will stop at third. So a base hit for Long. Runners at first and third now for the Mavericks. And the shortstop, Brendan Hill, steps in.
And Hathaway threw that stop sign up right away to hold Richardson there. Not taking any chances with having Hill taking the extra base and get thrown out at second earlier in the game.
When you're down by 8, 1 run doesn't mean much. So you want to just keep the line going. And Brendan Hill now steps in. Runners at first and third. 5 hits now on the game for the Mavericks. We were scoreless going to the bottom of the 4th inning. The Senators scored 3 in the 4th, 4 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th, and they lead 8-0. Here's the pitch. Fly ball down the right field line, out of play. Wind blowing from left to right now. When we started the game, it was blowing from right to left. It was 67 degrees when we started.
We are showing right now.
We're all looking at our phones.
I will say it's either 54.
Jay Scott calling.
K-Pack says it's 61. Let's go with 61, Jay.
And
this one hits him, so the bases are loaded as Hill is hit by the pitch.
No, Hill hit by the pitch.
And that takes us to Hydro.
I have a, all right, this will be a plug. I've got an
Caden
iPhone.
Heydrich.
I have 2 different Helena stations on my iPhone. One says it's 54.
So Richardson at third. Stuart Long goes to second. Brendan Hill at first. Bases loaded here in the 8th. Caden Heydrich steps in.
And with 1 out on the board, this would be a good time for the kid to step up and have a good at-bat.
The pitch. Fouled into the screen, 0-1. The Senators in double play depth with an 8-run lead. 8 runs, 9 hits, 3 errors for the Senators. No runs, 5 hits, 5 errors for the Mavericks. No balls and 1 strike to Caden Heydrich. Lindgren set the 0-1 pitch on the corner for a strike, going 2.
And it's 0-2.
Dayton Bay is on deck. He'd be followed by Drew Stensrud. 1 out here in the 8th inning. 8-0 Helena.
Really got to say that this young man at the plate faced some hard adversity last year and came out on top.
He strikes out on a pitch up and in, swings and misses. First strikeout for Lindgren. 2 down.
Takes us to Dayton Bay.
Dayton Bay will step in. He struck out looking his last time. Only time in this ball game. 2 down, bases loaded for the Mavericks. The pitch from the right-hander Lindgren. Just outside ball 1, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes to Bay. Drew Stensrud on deck for the Mavericks. They'll be home Saturday and Sunday for a pair of doubleheaders. Hope you can come out to Lindborg Craig Field. The 1-0 pitch is grounded foul. Strike 1, ball 1. Chris Romero has been calling balls and strikes here this evening. Craig Struble on the bases. Believes it's raining again here in Helena.
Yeah, we'll take the sprinkles, though. It hasn't done anything harmful yet.
Pitches inside, ball 2, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike to Dayton Bay. Mavericks with the bases full here in the 8th. The pitch in the dirt. Ball 3, 3-1. So Lindgren is now a pitch away from walking in a run. All goose eggs on the Mavericks side of the scoreboard so far tonight. Lindgren set. The 3-1 pitch is a little ground ball. Goes to first, and he's going to get the inning out, and the inning is over. So an excuse me swing for Dayton Bay. He grounds out to the pitcher. The Mavericks leave 3. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th inning here at Kendrick Legion Field as Dylan Chalmers will come in to pitch the bottom of the 8th. It's 8-0 Helena. This is the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by 5 Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, 5 Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. 5 Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN. Mike's Print and Copy is your locally owned print shop. Whether it's custom letterhead or business cards, Mike and his friendly staff understand that your business is important to you and will make sure that your project is handled in a professional and timely manner. Drop into Mike's Print and Copy to have them take care of your printing needs. Stop by 1503 South Russell or give them a call today at 406-728-3363 to have Mike's Print and Copy take care of your printing needs. Mike's Print and Copy is a proud sponsor of high school sports in Missoula and the surrounding community.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network here in Helena, Montana. Missoula Mavericks taking on the Helena Senators, and we want to just apologize for the slightly blurry view here as the rain is on the window. We are inside a glassed-up, windowed press box here, and I don't have access to wipe the rain off the window, so I apologize. But we have some great play-by-play to get you the action from Paul Yarbrough.
Right-hander Dylan Chalmers takes over on the mound for the Mavericks here in the bottom of the 8th inning, coming off that beautiful one-hitter in Billings over the weekend. The undisputed ace of this pitching staff get an inning of work in here tonight. 8-0 Helena, bottom of the 8th. Pitch from Chalmers is a strike. He is a strike thrower. No balls and 1 strike to Ty McGurran, leading off here in the bottom of the 8th inning for the Senators.
Dylan Chalmers
Yeah, the consensus from Billings parents this weekend after watching Chalmers pitch is they're worried about seeing him later in the season as we get an outside pitch.
McGurran has a single in 4 trips. It's flied out to center the other 3 times. 1 ball and 1 strike to the left-handed hitting McGurran. Chalmers gets the sign from Bo King. Right-hander rocks. The 1-1 pitch is a ground ball, right side and foul. Drew Stensrud comes up, fields it off of the wet grass, throws it to the dugout, and a dry baseball is thrown out to Dylan Chalmers. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Ty McGurran. Matt Krieger on deck, followed by Chase Nielsen as we play in the bottom of the 8th inning. 8-0 Helena. The 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 called.
And that's what we saw all Saturday morning against the Scarlets with Chalmers.
1 down here in the 8th. That'll bring up the second baseman, Matt Krieger.
Now batting the shortstop.
As the fans would say, dilly dilly.
Krieger doubled back in the 5th inning and scored a run. Chalmers peers in through the rain, gets the sign from Bo King. The first pitch to Krieger. Outside corner for a strike, 0-1. Caden Heydrich at third, Brendan Hill at short, Dayton Bay at second, Drew Stensrud at first. The 0-1 pitch. It's ground ball to Stensrud. He'll field it. Toss underhand to Drew Chalmers covering, and 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
The third baseman, number 12.
You know, Stensrud has really stepped up over there at first base. It's hard to really let that go with Dane Frazier because he's done so well over there, but somebody to step up and take Dane's place, Stensrud has done a great job over there.
And Dane Frazier is one of the pitching stalwarts on this roster, so he's going to be on that mound. Someone's going to have to take over.
Exactly.
And Drew Stensrud is making a case for that. Here's the pitch, lined up the middle, base hit for Nielsen with 2 outs.
That one hit right at Chalmers.
2-out single for Nielsen. That'll bring up the second baseman, Tyler Tinney.
Number 7.
Came in to play second base a few innings ago. 2 down, bottom of the 8th inning. 8-0 Senators here from Kendrick Legion Field, built in 1932. The state capital, just about a mile and a half away. Here's the pitch. On the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. 8 runs now, 10 hits for the Senators, 3 errors. The Mavericks, no runs, 5 hits, and 5 errors.
And this stadium is neatly tucked as this one's going to be fouled back.
This one gets away from Bo King, and the runner goes to second base. So another pass ball on Bo King. That one popped out of his glove.
But when you cruise through town, outside of the lights sticking up out of the ground here, you don't even know that this field's tucked back in here.
If you come in on Highway 12, you'll run right into the ballpark. So if you ever want to come over, just take Highway 12 off of I-90 and you can stop as we did at the Staggering Ox, have a sandwich, and come
This
by
is your
here.
second time in Helena, isn't it?
It is, and I've eaten at the Staggering Ox both times. Not ashamed to say it.
Outside pitch gets us even at 2 for Chalmers.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Tyler Tinney. Chalmers back up on top. Peers in through the raindrops, gets the sign from Bo King. Here's the 2-2 pitch, is fouled away. We'll try it again. Nielsen at second. Singled, went to second on the pass ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. As we play in the bottom of the 8th inning here tonight. Chalmers looks back at the runner. 2-2 pitch, strike 3 called. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Chalmers, both looking. The Senators leave a runner. We'll go to the 9th, the last chance for the Mavericks here. 8-0 Helena after 8. This is the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Do you have a property you'd like to sell? Maybe you're looking for a new place to call your own. Well, you're in luck because the Kelly Touch is the local realtor for you. Whether small or large, the Kelly Touch would love to help you find your piece of Montana to call home. From Kalispell to Florence, the Kelly Touch has the experience to help you buy or sell property throughout western Montana. The Kelly Touch, your professional real estate needs met. The Kelly Touch is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is Missoula's one-stop shop for all your hockey and lacrosse needs.
Check this out.
It may be warm outside, but you can still take care of your hockey fix in their 1/3 sized indoor rink.
Really? Wow, crazy.
Stop in to 1010 North Avenue West and see what they have in store for your hockey needs. Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton at Kendrick Field here in Helena, Montana. Want to send a shout out to Mark Richardson and Amy Richardson, not able to make the trip, watching in on the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we come to the 9th inning. Paul Yarbrough with the call of the game.
Top of the 9th inning, last chance for the Mavericks, trailing 8-0. Be Drew Stindrud, followed by Bo King, and then Bridger Johnson. Against the right-hander, Hunter Lindgren. Matt Burton takes over in left field for the Senators. The pitch from Lindgren, swing and a miss, strike one, 0-1. 8 runs, 10 hits, 3 errors for Helena. No runs, 5 hits, 5 errors for the Mavericks. No balls and a strike to Stindrud. This one's a ground ball through into left field for a base hit. So Drew Stindrud singles past the diving shortstop. Bo King comes up with no one out. Mavericks need a lot of base runners here, so you won't see them taking too many chances on the bases. Bo King tries to knock some mud off of his cleats, looks down at Brent Hathaway. Not much for Hathaway to say right now. Need base runners, Bo.
One of 4 catchers for the Mavericks. We're pretty lucky to have 4 guys to be able to go and sit behind that plate and take balls or have baseballs thrown at them all game long. Andrew Clausen we saw earlier, Bo King, Trad Richardson, and Dane Frazier, the other 2 that spend time.
King lines the first pitch foul. Second pitch is taken for a strike, quickly 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes to Bo King. Bridger Johnson is on deck. Drew Stindrud with a leadoff single away from first, held on by Sell. The pitch, strike 3 call. Bo King caught looking. 1 down. First strikeout, or check that, second strikeout for Lindgren. And now Bridger Johnson steps in. 1 out. Top of the 9th inning, 8-0 Helena.
Top of the order for the Mavericks.
Dane Frazier on deck. Here's the pitch from Lindgren. Outside corner for a strike, 0-1. No balls and 1 strike to Johnson. Dane Frazier on deck. Drew Stindrud away from first, held on by Sell. Mavericks trailing 8-0. Throw to first, diving back is Stindrud.
And that's been a trend I've seen quite a bit this year, is that pickoff play, working it very hard. And it hasn't been anything that any of the base runners have done, as this one's going to have eyes and hops right over the shortstop to load runners up at first and second with 1 out for the Mavericks.
So a single to left for Bridger Johnson. Stindrud stops at second. Runners at first and second now. Dane Frazier steps in. Trad Richardson to the on-deck circle.
First baseman, number 7.
And 1 out. And here is
8-0 Helena. 1 out here in the top of the 9th inning. Runners at first and second for the Mavericks. Frazier ready. The pitch. Outside corner for a strike, 0-1. No balls and 1 strike to Dane Frazier. Started the game at first base. Has played right field the past few innings. He will also be one of the pitching stalwarts for the Mavericks this year. No balls and a strike. The pitch. This one bounces 4 feet in front of home plate and goes to the backstop. So the runners both will advance on the wild pitch.
We haven't seen too many of those tonight from either side.
Johnson to second. Stindrud to third. First base open. 1 ball, 1 strike to Dane Frazier. Trad Richardson is on deck. 8-0 Senators lead the Mavericks here. Top of the 9th. Last gasp for the Mavericks. 1 ball and 1 strike. Lindgren gets the sign from Kirkpatrick. The 1-1 pitch is low. Ball 2, 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike to Dane Frazier. Chris Romero had been calling balls and strikes, and from my vantage points, called an excellent ball game. 2 balls and 1 strike. The pitch is lifted to center field and playable. The center fielder, Ty McGurran, comes over. It should be deep enough to get a run in. He makes the catch. He will throw to third. And the Mavericks avoid the shutout as Stinsrud scores on the sacrifice fly. Johnson stays at second.
The goose egg has been wiped off the board for the Mavericks. Brings up
Trad Richardson with a runner at second. A run in, 8-1 now in favor of the Helena Senators over the Missoula Mavericks, longtime rivals. They play a series of midweek non-conference games. The conference games will be here this year, so we'll be making the trip over again later in the summer. This pitch is outside to Richardson. Ball 1-0. Richardson singled, flew out to center, and reached on an error.
We've got graduation in a couple of weeks, and the summer will take off.
This one's lifted. It should be playable. The left fielder, Burton, comes over. Instead, he'll give way to McGurran, who puts it away, and the ball game is over. The Mavericks get a run in the 9th inning, but it's all Helena tonight here on this Wednesday non-conference contest. 8 runs, 10 hits, 3 errors for the Senators, 1 run, 7 hits, and 5 errors for the Mavericks. 2 hours and 12 minutes, the time of the game. The Mavericks home this weekend. Hope you'll come out to Lindbergh Craig Field. Saturday and Sunday doubleheaders starting at 1 o'clock both days.
You've been listening to Missoula Mavericks Baseball on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. We hope you have a wonderful evening, and we'll talk to you Saturday morning.
Thank you for tuning in to this presentation of Missoula Sports.
What a rush!
MPSN's coverage of Missoula Sports is proudly powered by Fuel Fitness.
Always, always, always.
Tune in next time when the Missoula Prep Sports Network has coverage of your local sports heroes.